By the year 1500, the world wasn't fully global yet, but it was closer than ever before. From spices in India to gold in Africa, powerful trade networks connected distant lands. But trade wasn't just about stuff, it moved people, religions, technologies, and even empires. Today, we're exploring how geography, innovation, and exchange helped shape the modern world. Let's begin by zooming in on 6 major trade networks that define the global age. The Silk Road stretched over 4,000 miles from China to Europe, carrying silk, tea, porcelain, and gunpowder. But during the 12 and 1300s, the Mongols took control and transformed it. Under Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan, they introduced the Pesa system, a kind of passport that gave merchants safe passage across vast Mongol territories. This led to the Pax Mongolica, a golden age of Silk Road trade where ideas like Buddhism, Islam, and scientific knowledge moved as freely as goods. The Indian Ocean was the superhighway of global trade. Arab, Indian, African, and Chinese merchants used monsoon winds to trade everything from gold and ivory to spices, textiles, and porcelain. Port cities like Calicut, Zanzibar, and Malacca became bustling centers of commerce and culture. Islam spread quickly along these coastal routes, blending with local traditions from East Africa to Southeast Asia. Across the vast Sahara Desert, caravans of camels connected West African kingdoms like Mali and Songhai with North Africa and the Islamic world. They carried gold, salt, slaves, and Islamic texts. Cities like Timbuktu became legendary centers of trade and learning, where mosques and universities thrived in the heart of Africa. In Northern Europe, the Hanseatic League united over 200 towns from England to Russia, facilitating trade in timber, fish, furs, and grain. This merchant alliance protected ships, set trade rules, and boosted the economies of port cities like Lubeck and Hamburg. In the Mediterranean, cities like Venice, Genoa, and Constantinople thrived by importing goods from Asia and selling them across Europe. Europe's rivers, like the Danube and Rhine, acted as inland highways, moving grain, wine, and iron toward these coastal hubs. The fall of Constantinople in 1453, however, marked a turning point, ending Byzantine control and opening the door for the Ottoman Empire to rise. In East Asia, the South China Sea linked China, Japan, Korea, and Southeast Asia. Chinese exports like silk, tea, and porcelain were exchanged for silver, spices, and timber. In the early 1400s, Admiral Zheng, he led massive treasure fleets as far as East Africa, showcasing Ming power and expanding diplomatic ties before China turned inward. Trade routes didn't just move cargo, they moved culture. Religions like Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, and Judaism spread along these paths. So did languages, architectural styles, medical knowledge, and art. But why did some places exchange ideas faster than others? Historian Jared Diamond, in Guns, Germs, and Steel, argues that geography was the key. Eurasia stretches east to west, which meant civilizations shared similar climates and seasons. This made it easier to transfer crops, animals, and technologies. Meanwhile, Africa and the Americas stretched north to south, where different climates, deserts, and jungles slowed the spread of innovations. In other words, latitude mattered and geography helped Eurasia leap ahead in innovation and empire building. Among the most important exports, gunpowder invented in China. Originally used in fireworks and small weapons, it traveled along the Silk Road, spread by the Mongols, and entered Europe and the Middle East. By the 1400s, it was reshaping Europe forever. A defining moment came in 1453, when the Ottomans used massive gunpowder cannons to destroy the ancient walls of Constantinople, ending the Byzantine Empire and marking the rise of gunpowder empires. From the Ottomans to the Safavids and Mughals, rulers built states powered by firearms, fortresses, and centralized control. This changed everything: who ruled, how wars were fought, and how empires expanded. By 1500, the world was crisscrossed by trade, religion, and technology. From Mongol passports to monsoon winds, from gunpowder sieges to Silk Road scholars, the world was on the edge of transformation. And it was geography, innovation, and connection that laid the foundation for the modern era. From spices to steel, the world in 1500 was buzzing with movement. Smash that like button, subscribe to Histoscript, and stick around as we dive into the empires, explorers, and revolutions that shaped our shared global story. Thanks for watching Histoscript. If you learned something new today, or just love the hidden side of history, give this video a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story your textbook skipped. History isn't just dates, it's secrets, myths, and the strange truths behind it all. Stay curious.